But so the Earth one, it has changed like 2 or 3 times what I've wanted the plot to be like. Just as I add and take away mediums.
Nice.
The most recent change, like, I had a pretty set idea, and then I watched Sherlock, and then I realized I totally wanted to change it. That having Sherlock was just too canon with Series of Unfortunate Events. I'm like, add in. Okay, now I just have to change this one event, and now all of a sudden I don't want this story to go like how I originally wanted it at all.
Yeah. Do I have to keep going? They give you plenty of vehicles to drive at least. Oops. Did I mention that I'm not good at all with driving games? I just went in a circle.
It is, however, quite interesting as I create moments in my story. Because there was one I just totally got because I was listening to the Shrek 2 album.
Ah.
Do you realize how weird... have you listened to that album?
Yeah.
You know that Eel song?
Yeah.
There's an entire chapter, like, I started writing just because I listened to that song. I'm like, you know what, I can think of a moment, I can think of something that would work really well, and that I can get characters to actually meet each other.
Yeah.
So, it is, Gregor wakes up from a nightmare that he got, and it's like 1 in the morning, and he decides that he knows he's not going to be able to go back to sleep. And because he's currently in London, he decides, well, I'm just going to go for a walk. And as he goes on the walk, he meets John Watson, and then they go over to Baker Street, you know, to investigate everything that's happened, make sure everything's okay. And then John's old flat catches on fire.
Oh.
And then one of Moriarty's assassins goes and tries to kill him and then gets in a fight with Gregor. Because Gregor's awesome.
Wait, do I have to go further up?
I think there's another car up there.
That's right. So, I'm gonna... It's letting me go this way. Yeah, I know what you mean about writing things just because. That means I probably have to go on foot now. I know what you mean about that, though. I've started writing so many things just by listening to music.
Well, this was the main one I couldn't think of because of a song. There's another, like, tinier moments I kind of want to induce because just, you know, some song played. I'm like,
Yeah.
Couple fun songs. As in the band Fun.
It's really understandable.
Or if it's like awesome video game music, it sometimes gets something going. That's more with the video game aspect I want to include in this, though.
Yeah.
I might totally take out the part with Link, because I feel that one's not going to really go anywhere. Which just gives me 2, but the Fire Emblem half is going to have a lot of crap.
Yeah. Like... One of the hardest things to really write with is Legend of Zelda because it is so precise, the stuff that happens. And, like, I write usually with Ocarina of Time. I've written 1 or 2 things with Twilight Princess, and I really struggle with keeping true to the timeline.
It's not the timeline I'd really
with
be
Resident
worried
Evil.
about.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm really detail-oriented, so I, like, research constantly on what I'm supposed to do.
I can be detail-oriented, and I typically, like with a crossover, I tend to like to be detail-oriented, because I like to know everything that's going on, which is why I try not to do any series unless I've totally finished it.
Yeah.
Like when I started writing my Oversoul,
it was the kidnapper.
Like the Earth section.
Yeah.
And like, I had started writing it like once I finished the first season of Sherlock. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. You know, Sherlock and John will still be friends and all this. And then I finished the second season and spoilers. And then Sherlock fake kills himself. John thinks he's dead, and they're currently not talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's gonna take a while to write around.
I know what you mean. That's why I do the same thing. I try to get through something first, fully, so I know what's gonna happen.
Yes. Yes.
With ongoing series, I can't exactly do that. Like Resident Evil or Silent Hill. Well, Silent Hill's different. It's more like a case-by-case thing. But Resident Evil, it's like if you mess the date of something up, you have to move things around and...
Yeah. And then Children of the Lamp, because I know the series is still going, but I haven't been able to find the other 2 books.
Oh, I see.
I've just, like,
Which ones do you have?
1 through 5.
Oh.
But there's a 6th and a 7th.
And you can't find them?
Not only can I not find them, I read the, like, descriptions of them on Wikipedia, and it sounds like by that point it's really hard to write around, so I'm just gonna be like, 5th book cut off.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I can completely understand that.
Birds over the phone.
Like, with Resident Evil 6, I don't know what the crap they're trying to do. I think they just, like, took a fan fiction or a bunch of them and just smushed them together.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Let me in!
We're gonna have to crawl in through the window.
Oh my god. But, yeah, the thing I mostly have problems on is keeping it consistent with the original timeline.
I mostly just have problems with making sure it stays consistent with the original character. Some of the characters aren't hard. Like, I find it surprisingly easy to keep Sherlock in character.
Yeah. I have problems with keeping characters, you know, in character also, because sometimes I just, you know, write characters and I really like how I write them and I feel like it's true to them, and then people are like, they're out of character. I'm like, no they aren't.
A lot of birds.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get people who, like, before I put this on, I'm trying to find a bunch of people who actually know these characters. Surprisingly hard with the Children of the Lamp, the Underland Chronicles, and the frickin' Calling, of course.
Yeah.
Which, I think I have some liberties on Calling, and I think I have some liberties on Underland Chronicles. Thankfully.
Ah. I can barely hear anything because birds. But... okay,
Do you just have to stand here and live, or do you have to shoot all of them?
well, see... you can't shoot them because they're protected by the darkness.
Well, what do you do?
You just kind of kill them with your flashlight until... until enough of them die, I guess.